we're in for a special treat this morning, a magical gin perfect for summer sipping. Wine and spirits consultant Renée Sferrazza is here with Alex Watson, and he and his sister Emma Watson, yes, the famous actress for many roles, including the Harry Potter series, have founded and created Renasis Gin. Welcome, good morning.
Yeah, it's really awesome to be here. I want to dive right into Alex telling us the story about this gin, because there's a fabulous story behind it.
Sure, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. So really, the story of the gin actually begins with my family's history in winemaking. So what we have here is a bottle of Domaine Watson Chablis. My dad planted these vineyards kind of 30 years ago, and we actually upcycled the grapes from our family vineyards to distill the base for the gin.
Beautiful.
And the nice thing about that is it's very sustainable, but also creates a very high quality base that we use to make this kind of French wine inspired gin.
And I love this because as a sommelier, this is a gin with a sense of place. It has terroir, it has innovation and tradition together. And I also feel like I have to address, me and the gin, we have the same name. It's the Renée gin, I'm Renée, the sommelier. But our names are rooted in the same word, the Renaissance, which is a rebirth. This is a rebirth of Chablis grapes into this gin itself.
Okay, do you want to give it a smell or a taste?
Let's give it a smell and a taste. We're going to start off over here with the Domaine Watson Chablis, and I'm going to give you this as well, Alex.
Yeah.
So dive right on in there. Give that a smell and a taste, Rick. We've done this before. So 100% Chablis, very crystalline, really gives you those like citrusy notes overall across the board.
Smells lovely.
And I'm going to get you to get into the gin, but for the gin, start smelling the gin at your chin, because the alcohol is a little higher, so we don't want to go nose first right away.
Wow.
Right? So when you go back and forth between the two, I know you get floral notes, linden flowers, citrus, honey, herbal, and rock salt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it good?
And for us, it's very special to know that the grapes aren't being wasted from that winemaking. And for me and the whole family, it's a kind of very sentimental, special, family-orientated project.
How do you properly taste gin? Is there a way?
This is the proper way to taste gin.
Okay.
Start smelling lower down so you don't singe off whatever is in your nose. And then take a small bead and taste it from there. But while you can taste it on its own, you can also have it in a cocktail, which is really fun. So Alex, we're going to be making the Emma Spritz, and I know that you have a fun story behind this one as well. Can you fill us in why you make it?
Yeah, absolutely. The story behind this one is when we were coming up with the gin together, we knew that we had to make a special cocktail for Emma. And Emma has a massive sweet tooth, so this cocktail is devised especially for her. It actually incorporates a little bit of wine, our family's wine. We love to use wine in our cocktails where we can, and it also uses a little bit of fresh elderflower.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Isn't it good?
Wow,
it is
so refreshing.
Fun.
Yeah.
So we have the Renée gin, the fresh elderflower, a little bit of vermouth, and I've actually upped it up because I've stamped it with the top bottle stamp, so you can ice stamp it as well and get the Renée gin part of it even more. But this is so fun because you get to have this wine and bar cart expertise together. Currently, Renée is at the LCBO for around 80 bucks, and as a wine expert, I love it, but also as a gin lover, I'm here for it.
Back to the sustainability. Why was that important for you guys to go down that road?
I think having grown up around winemaking and seeing how much love and care and effort goes into cultivating these grapes, kind of not wasting them at the end of that story felt really central to what we were doing. On top of that, we got our B Corp certification for the company, and we used mushroom packaging for our bottle delivery at home. So we wanted to take a look at the whole life cycle of the product and the project and try and do our best to do things responsibly.
We've got about 45 seconds. How popular has this been?
You know what? It's been really interesting to see how people are liking the Renée gin, because honestly, this is such a drinkable color. I am a label shopper at the LCBO. I can happily admit that. While I'm also picking a product based on what I know about it as a wine lover, I'm also picking it based on what it looks like. It has this golden aspect to it, and I think the best thing about this gin is that it brings that into the glass, while at the same time you have this great story behind it. And you have hundreds of cocktails that are on the Renée gin website that you can explore the gin with even more. Maybe you can pair them to some of Emma's movies, or also bring in a little bit more of Alex's wonderful personality into it. But it's great to see this like multi-generational story in one beautiful bottle.
That is a perfect pairing. Renée, Alex, thanks for coming in. Best of luck. Try it at your local LCBO as well, and enjoy the rest of the day here on Morning Live.
Cheers.
Cheers.